In the beginning, everything is black. You hear loud noises from machines until you finally see something. You cannot move, and you are chained to a conveyor belt until suddenly a person grabs you. You think you are finally free, but no, they put you inside a cardboard box. Inside the box, there is a plastic window through which you can at least see. Oh, in complete darkness, 2 weeks pass. During these 2 weeks, you are transported by a truck to a supermarket. Then, another 2 weeks go by, and you are placed in storage. You realize that you are nothing special. Next to you, there are other toys that look exactly like you. You feel useless and sad. Children and their parents come into the store repeatedly, grabbing the toys next to you, but no one chooses you. Your identical toy friends were all chosen before you, leaving you as the last of your kind on the shelf. One day, a little boy comes by, looks at you, and wants to take you. His mother initially says no, but you're in luck. The child is persistent and keeps insisting. Eventually, the mother gives in and hands him the toy. Great. Now you have an owner. You ride home with the child and are immediately unpacked. Finally, you are free. You were tired of living in darkness, and now you can finally be played with. But unfortunately, the child somehow doesn't like you after all and puts you in a dark box. In the box, other toys speak to you and warmly welcome you. They inform you about how a toy's life works. There's only one rule. When humans are around, you must not move. You ask what happens if you do, and one of them answers, "Believe me, you don't want to find out." The toys also tell you who the boy is. The boy's name is Albert, and he is 6 years old. He lives with his family in a house, and he has a cat. The cat is incredibly dangerous and has already killed 2 toys. When Albert leaves the room, you go out with your new toy friends, and for the first time in your life, you get to enjoy yourself. It is incredibly fun to play with the toys, and you realize how lucky you are. Albert occasionally comes in and plays with some of the toys. You get to enjoy yourself, and therefore the time passes really fast. And a year after you were bought, a new toy suddenly arrives in the room. It is a female toy, and she looks incredibly beautiful. You immediately fall in love and explain to her how everything works here, who Albert is, and that she must be careful of the cat. You have incredible chemistry, and she falls in love with you too. As the time goes on, you both spend an amazing time with each another. You are inseparable. One day, she asks where the cat is, and if it is really that dangerous because she wants to see for herself. You tell her that it is incredibly dangerous to go there, but she doesn't care and wants to check it out, so you give in and show her the cat. You walk into the living room where the cat lives. It's sleeping peacefully in its bed. Just as you tell her that she has seen the cat and that you can go back to Albert's room, she suddenly sneezes. The cat wakes up and comes toward you. It tries to grab her, but you manage to save her, only to be pulled away by the cat instead. As you disappear, she shouts, "I will wait for you," and watches you sadly as you disappear. Everything goes black, and you wake up in the garden, realizing you are alive. You were lucky. The cat brought you outside. You try to get back into the house, but you can't. You manage to climb up the house, and from the window, you see your toy friends holding a funeral for you. You try as hard as you can to get their attention, but no one sees you. From now on, you are on your own. You explore the neighborhood, and suddenly, you hear voices and remember that you must play dead when humans are around. You do so, and a child picks you up. You think, "Lucky me, I found a new owner." You also think that he has other toys, and you can ask them for help to return home. The new child takes you to his room, but the first thing that happens is that you are strapped to a board, and he modifies you. With a saw and super glue, you look completely different after 30 minutes. You are incredibly frustrated about what happened and cannot believe it. After he is finished, he puts you in his toy box, where you see other toys. They warmly welcome you, and for the second time, you receive an introduction to how things work here. The child's name is Sid. He is 11 years old, and he enjoys destroying and combining toys. This makes you incredibly angry. You desperately want to get out of here and return to Albert and your toy friends. You explain to your new friends that you must leave because you already have a home, but they tell you that escaping is impossible. 3 months later, New toys constantly arrive in the collection, and eventually, you have had enough. Your new toy friends have grown dear to you, so it is important to you that they escape too. You have worked your way up to being the leader of the toys and have decided to escape together, so you devise a plan. The only way to escape is through the window. Sid always leaves the window open when working on toys, but reaching it is the challenge. The only way to get there is by building a ladder. To solve this, you collect his discarded popsicle sticks and carefully construct a ladder, knowing it's your only chance for freedom. After 2 months, the ladder is finally finished, and it is time to execute the plan. While Sid is distracted working on his toys, you begin. You are responsible for placing the ladder against the window and giving the OK sign to the others. When you reach the top and signal your friends, Sid notices the ladder. He doesn't think much of it and destroys it. And not even 10 seconds later, Sid closes it. You are free, but your friends are trapped. With a heavy heart, you run away. And now the search for your first home begins. It takes 3 weeks to find the house of Albert again. A lot of time has passed, but you are even happier to return home and embrace your girlfriend again. You climb onto the house and look through the window. Everything is the same, except for a new carpet Albert got, which immediately catches your eye. You wait at the window for someone to come. You are afraid that, in the meantime, your friends have been lost or, worse, have died. Then she suddenly appears, and you try to get her attention as best as you can. She doesn't notice you because she is busy. She has a new boyfriend who plays the bongo with her. So much for I will wait for you. Heartbroken, you leave again. Even though Sid's place was terrible, at least your friends there were loyal. So, you decide to go back. Unfortunately, you have no energy left and pass out. You lay there until someone picks you up and takes you away. You are lucky and are brought to a place where toys are collected for children in need. A fresh start, and the best part? You will be cleaned and restored by the restorer, a man who repairs broken toys so they can be loved again. At least, that's what you thought. The restorer picks you up, turning you in his hands. His eyes move over every tear, every scratch, every missing piece. For a moment you hope that he will repair you, but then he shakes his head and says, irreparable. Then, without hesitation, he throws you into the trash. You remain there for another 10 days until you are transported by a truck to a waste incineration plant, where you are thrown into the fire. You die sad, alone, and engulfed in flames.